Hello beautiful and welcome to Makeup. I'm going to shout at every single person's reality because really my Australian accent just keeps getting in the way. Including in my intro because your girl chose hello beautiful and welcome to Makeup years ago now. But it's just getting to the point where it's sounding like, hello beautiful, welcome to Makeup. Hello gorgeous and welcome back to Watercooler Convo Makeup, where I talk about the things that you want me to talk about, where I talk about the things that I want me to talk about, and sometimes we meet in the middle and I talk about the things that we want me to talk about while I do my makeup. And I said this last video and I'm gonna say it again, genuinely I read every single one of my comments. Every single one. Doesn't matter if the video was from 8 months ago. It doesn't matter if it was the last video. I read every single one of my comments. So if there is something that you want me to talk about, please let me know down in the comments below because I guarantee that I will see the comment. Even if you know something that you think that I don't know, that you think that I would find fascinating, that doesn't even have to be for content. One of my Swiss cheese brain holes that you think that you know that I don't know exists. I stopped making sense. If you know something that I might find interesting that doesn't have to be for content, also let me know that because I've had some fun recommendations lately. I've been reading up on eels. Thanks to my comments section. Yeah, but this video actually wasn't requested. I just found this Hot Mess Express absolutely intriguing. If you don't know me and this is one of your first videos you have seen of mine, hi, hello, I am JJ. Usually with my videos, I do try and be at least somewhat analytical and give a little bit extra insight when it comes to these kinds of situations, unless it's my history of the beauty community, tease, drama, scandals, part 1, 2, and 3, and I'm working on 4 at the moment. Unless it's that, because I don't just want to be reporting what's going on. I want to just do a bit more of a deep dive. This one though, genuinely with this situation, I'm just baffled how a company has managed to crash and burn so fast, so hard, at their own hands. For those who don't know, over the last 2-ish weeks, Onlyfans did something. It did not go well. Because Onlyfans banned porn, and then within 6 days turned around and said, oh, we were just joking. Oh, in the wise words of Twitter, OnlyFans banning porn is like Chick-fil-A banning chicken. So as I briefly mentioned before, OnlyFans announced late last week that they would be banning all sexually explicit content as of October 1st of this year, and the internet exploded. As I said before, Twitter had an absolute field day saying things like OnlyFans banning porn is the same as McDonald's banning burgers and only selling salads. And of course it wasn't just OnlyFans who was getting made fun of for the situation. There was also a lot of sexist commentary and a lot of people making fun of the sex workers for being upset by the news. But in all honesty, I expect nothing less from people with the intelligence of a 3-year-old discovering knock-knock jokes for the first time.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Cow.
Cow who?
Cow went to the shops and got orange juice, which is weird because cows don't drink orange juice, they drink milk. And then when he was buying it, there was a chicken who served him at the place where you give money for buying the orange juice, and then the chicken said, oh, a cow buying orange juice, that's really, really funny. And the cow smiled, and the chicken smiled, and the cow paid for the orange juice, and he got it in a bag and walked out of the store. And when he walked out of the store, he couldn't find his car. And when he couldn't find his car, he looked around and looked down and realized, oh, I have faith, and I walked.
Yeah. But essentially, as soon as this Hot Mess Express of a situation started, OnlyFans turned around and just said, whoops, can we just go back to how it was, and reversed the whole entire thing and said that, you know what, we're gonna suspend our policy change in October. So this situation for me is incredibly fascinating because there's just so many different thought processes happening at the same time, because there's so many different business decisions that could have been made but haven't been made, or there are so many different business decisions that possibly shouldn't have been made but have been picked anyway. So it's like, what could and couldn't have been picked, and why did we pick one and not the other? With all of my research, I'm genuinely starting to wonder if OnlyFans was intentionally trying to screw itself over. Because if it wasn't intentional, They've done a superb job. I have absolutely no idea if the makeup that I'm planning for this is going to work or not. So we'll see. But I want to try and cut my crease a little bit different to how I've been cutting it, because I see Nikki Tutorials cut it way different to me. I was like, oh, let's see if that works for my eye. And then I want to try and practice like my black to color blends. Either way, I digress. One thing that you either learn fast or just suffer when it comes to social media is branding. Branding doesn't specifically mean know exactly who you are at all times in every single scenario. And when it comes to the media or your audiences, only show that person and never deviate. Otherwise, you are doomed. The way that I look at branding specifically is just a good guideline, a good path for a creator to follow so that their evolution can feel authentic and natural. But also, it's a good way for a creator to stand out in this sea of creators that we have, something for them to be recognizable for that not everyone is going to be recognizable for. And recently I did rebrand for a number of my own personal reasons, but I really chose to pull up my big girl socks and show a part of myself to you guys, to my audience, to future audiences, and everyone on social media. I chose to show a part of myself that I was actually scared to before, and I chose to say goodbye to the remnants of a character that I used to have on YouTube, and in all honesty was scary. It's been quite a steep learning curve, but also I'm far happier and I'm making a lot more content that I think just has a lot more purpose and a lot more satisfaction to it. So we have seen rebranding time and time again in the media. It doesn't matter if it's social, doesn't matter if it's mainstream, doesn't matter if it's a creator as small as I am or someone as big as Billie Eilish. It happens time and time again, and when you do it right, it can be fabulous. But Onlyfans didn't, because Onlyfans launched July 1st, 2016, and the mission statement on their website reads as, OnlyFans is the social platform revolutionizing creator and fan connections. This site is inclusive of artists, content creators from all genres, and allows them to monetize their content while developing authentic relationships with their fan base. So essentially, Onlyfans intended to be a subscription service for creators, both social and mainstream, and allowed them to monetize their content that typically wouldn't be monetized on other social platforms. Revolutionary. So like Patreon, like YouTube memberships, like HighPage, like Buy Me a Coffee, and like so many more. But what OnlyFans seemingly accidentally allowed for that so many other platforms like it didn't was sexually explicit content. And I say accidentally because there's always the chance that the not safe for work content allowance was just an oversight in the guidelines initially that people just loved, very much a rule 34 of the internet. The one where it's if you can think of it, there's a porn of it on the internet. I'm pretty sure that's 34. Why is that a piece of knowledge that's stuck in my brain? What makes me think there is a possibility of an oversight is because I've never found an official statement from OnlyFans that says, we're the porn website. I haven't been able to find a statement from OnlyFans that declares themselves as a sexually explicit content website, as a porn-based website. If it exists, let me know, but I just haven't been able to find it. But regardless, slowly but surely, OnlyFans was hitting milestone after milestone. They were having more members sign up. They were having more creators sign up. They were really starting to establish themselves as a not safe for work content subscription-based platform. And this made sex work more accessible, more profitable, and by the looks of some statements and testimonies online, it actually made sex work safer. Just in case someone hasn't noticed, I'm going to make something really clear. There is a proven supply and demand when it comes to this kind of content. Just because someone doesn't want to be a part of the supply and demand doesn't justify their shaming of people that do want to be a part of it. I don't like the taste of licorice. I actively avoid the flavor of licorice, and because of that, you know what I'm not gonna do? Pay for it and eat it. And if you like licorice, I'm not gonna be a dick about it. It's really that simple. Regardless, since 2016, OnlyFans has made quite a name for themselves, presence for themselves, branding for themselves, thanks to their creators, because seemingly, for the most part, the creators of OnlyFans are quite satisfied with how the platform functions, minus a few Bella Thorne, Tana Mojo situations. And by them promoting their own OnlyFans pages, they're promoting the site as a whole. So really, OnlyFans had a self-promoting platform with a future valuation of over $1 billion. The platform itself filled a niche that most other social media platforms weren't brave enough to fill, and they didn't even need an app to do it. They were just a website. They were really known for something concretely and internationally, which is something that so many people, platforms, and brands struggle with. So really, what's the problem? By the looks of it, it was and still is the branding. I think it's pretty safe to assume that everyone watching this video understands that when you have a platform that allows for sexually explicit content, there needs to be certain regulations in place to ensure the safety of minors, to ensure the safety of people who haven't 100% consented to this specific content being uploaded of them to this platform. Onlyfans have specified that they have put these regulations in place. But unfortunately for Onlyfans, by the looks of it, they've bitten off more than they could chew, because the BBC reported in June that they found that Onlyfans had a concerning issue when it came to minor safety on the website. The BBC did an investigation into Onlyfans, and they found that minors were not only able to sign up to the website as members, but they were also able to have content of them posted to Onlyfans as well, as early as May this year from what I can see. And concerningly, according to the BBC's report in June, they received some leaked documents, and in these leaked documents it specified that accounts that broke the terms of service for Onlyfans were given quite a lot of leniency and weren't automatically shut down or terminated. Oh, I was supposed to blend that. Which, don't get me wrong, depending on the situation, some leniency is definitely okay, but with what the BBC reported in June, should leniency have been given? Because in the BBC's report, they specify that some of the accounts that breached this terms of service were actually posting illegal content. But whatever this illegal content is, it's very concerning that the BBC was able to report with evidence that Onlyfans not only had an issue giving a lot of leniency to accounts that have breached the terms of service with illegal content, but also that Onlyfans had quite an inability and had quite an issue with keeping minors off the site, both as members and not creators, but they weren't able to keep minors off the site in the form of content either. I don't think it takes a genius to figure out that those two things just shouldn't mix. There is a lot to the entire expose that the BBC did put out against OnlyFans, so I do have that linked in the description if you are interested in reading it for yourself. But to summarize, there was illicit content being posted on OnlyFans that went against their compliance manual, and OnlyFans was aware of this and gave quite a lot of leniency to the accounts that went against these compliance manuals with this illegal content. And OnlyFans had an issue with being able to keep minors off of their platform, both in the way of members and also in the way of content being posted of them on the site, and they had it within their ability to do more. But for whatever reason, according to the BBC's report, chose not to. Had it within their ability to do more, yet chose not to. Now, why does that sound familiar? So from what I've seen from my research, this situation with the BBC encouraged OnlyFans to rebrand more, even though, from my personal opinion, I think OnlyFans has been aiming to do that for quite some time, because they had a soft launch and then an official launch of their app OFTV, which is a safe for work derivative of OnlyFans, meaning that you'll still get OnlyFans content, it'll just be the lightly salted version that you could go show your grandmother. With the launch of OFTV, it meant that all of these app stores like Apple, Android, and Google, who had sexually explicit content against their guidelines, they could no longer ignore the existence of OnlyFans, because the app that they are giving no longer has the raunch that their platform is known for, allowing for the possibility for OnlyFans to have mainstream appeal, which is one, quite nice to investors, but two, maybe the possibility for a brand new fan base that isn't actually comfortable with the branding that we all know today. But also there's the possibility for OnlyFans to fix this illicit content issue that they were having, and also minors being able to come onto their platform that was reported in the BBC expose that, in my personal opinion, it's either someone's laziness or inability that is stopping them from fixing it. And if my personal opinion is correct and it's laziness, fire these people, hire the right people, or just shut down the website. And if my opinion is right and it's someone's inability, then the same rules apply. Fire the people, hire the right people, or shut down the website. It's very simple. If you can't do it, then don't. In all honesty, if I was a chef and I was either incapable of or too lazy to stop my food from being contaminated with cyanide, should I really be a chef? And all of this leads up to what happened last week-ish, where OnlyFans announced that on October 1st, in order to please banking partners and other payment providers and to ensure the sustainability of the platform, OnlyFans would have to evolve their content and prohibit sexually explicit content. But there was a little bit of a grey area because they did specify that creators could still post nudity, it just had to be within their new guidelines. So Visa and MasterCard really just said, whoopah! And as I said before, as soon as OnlyFans announced the policy change that was intended for the 1st of October, the internet exploded. God, this eyeliner is trash. I don't know what's going on. My eyeliner just was not behaving, was not happening on camera, so I've done it off camera. So as I was saying, the internet exploded. As I specified at the beginning of the video, of course, there was a lot of sexist commentary and a lot of people shaming the sex workers who were upset by the ban. Of course, there were a lot of people, mainly creators, who were upset by the ban. And then some people just found the whole entire situation hilarious and made fun of OnlyFans for essentially banning what makes them money. People are just making fun of OnlyFans for being so stupid because not only are they banning what's making them money, but also from my research, from what I could find, OnlyFans didn't actually put out an official statement to their creators. Instead, they gave their official statement to the press, and that's how their creators found out. Through people like the BBC, ABC, The Guardian, New York Times being like, by the way, OnlyFans is banning porn, and then creators are sitting there like, what you mean? Surely the platform that I'm creating content on would let me know if they're banning the thing that is making both myself and them money. So because of this, by the looks of it, so I could be wrong, it wasn't until August 22nd, so about 4 days after the initial communication to the press, where OnlyFans made an official communication to their creators, essentially thanking all the sex workers that are on the platform because they helped build OnlyFans to be what it is today. And unsurprisingly, people were pissed. People were livid. People tore OnlyFans to shreds. Because as I've said in so many of my videos, there are just going to be some tough, awful situations that we get ourselves into or accidentally fall into, and how you handle the situation will make all of the difference. Because OnlyFans not being able to secure funding because of its branding is definitely an issue. OnlyFans seemingly not able to effectively deal with illicit content on their site is definitely an issue. OnlyFans seemingly not able to deal with minors sneaking onto their site is definitely an issue. The branding of their platform being so one note that it restricts some of the evolution of content is also an issue. And yes, of course, OnlyFans does deserve a lot of the blame for a lot of these issues, but some of the issues I think are genuinely just banks being stupid. We all exist in this world because of some spice between the sheets, babes. And what's worse is almost as soon as this dumpster fire was lit, OnlyFans was just standing there like, oh hot diggity damn, how do we put this bad boy out? And completely reversed their announcement, posting on Twitter essentially saying, thank you for letting your voices be heard. We have been able to secure the necessary funding to keep us going for a bit longer, so we are suspending the policy change on October 1st. First of all, myself and so many other people are very suspicious when it comes to the internet, and the word suspend means to temporarily prevent. So really the statement is just saying that the ban isn't going to happen now, but it still could. But semantics aside, what was the actual purpose of any of this? Because business decision-wise, this is probably one of the stupidest things OnlyFans could have done. Business decision-wise, this is one of the dumbest things I have ever talked about on this channel. And I have talked about some absolute doozies. Because legitimately, in the space of a week, OnlyFans went from nope to maybe to, oh my god. Oh my JK, oh my god, it was just a joke. No, legit, oh my god, it was just a joke. Did you think I was actually gonna do it? Did you think, no, like, I'm crazy, but I'm not like that crazy. It was just a prank, bro. This could very well just be the pessimist in me, but if they were able to secure the assurance necessary to keep the platform going, then it was always within their capability, because if it wasn't within their capability, then we would still have the policy changes going through on October 1st. And it wouldn't be the first time that OnlyFans had within their capabilities something that would benefit them, benefit their creators, benefit their members, but for whatever reason chose... So not only are we seeing some character consistency in this part of the situation thanks to the BBC's report and investigation, But it wouldn't be the first time where OnlyFans has had a mass outcry from creators. Thanks to the Bella Thorne situation, OnlyFans and the internet have seen this kind of an outcry from OnlyFans creators before. So surely you would think that OnlyFans would sit there and be like, if we do this and change the policy, our creators are going to be pretty pissed off at us. So because of all of this, I highly doubt that OnlyFans really needed the outcry of their creators to be able to change payment providers' minds, to change investors' minds, to change banks' minds. Now, I'm not a business or finance person, but I am pretty sure that banks, payment providers, and investors care about the outcry of customers as much as the Buffy fandom does when Dawn cries. None. So it's going to be OnlyFans numbers and statistics that make them seem more appealing to banks, payment providers, and investors, because how to see if you're a good bet as a business? Numbers and stats or outcry from customers? If they're investing money from you, they're going to make sure that you are a good bet via the mathematics, not via the emotions. If they go via the emotions, do not take their investment. They don't know what they're doing. And I highly doubt that in the 6 days they went from nope to maybe to, oh, okay, then I guess. Their numbers and statistics drastically changed to the point where banks, payment providers, and investors were like, yeah, you're right, keep going. Just remember to have fun. If you're a business or finance person and there is something that you are seeing that I'm just not seeing, please let me know down in the comments. But I don't see any possible way that a business or company can go from a 0% chance of keeping their policies to a 100% chance of keeping their policies. Well, suspending their change in policies, which is keeping their policies at the moment, if you're following my train of thought. I just don't personally see, this is my own personal opinion, this is not fact, I just don't personally see how we can go from 0 to 100 unless something else could have been done that for whatever reason someone just said, nah. But also there is the possibility, once again, not fact, but there is the possibility that this may not have even ever have been about funding. Because we've seen that OnlyFans has been trying to rebrand themselves either a little bit or a lot of it as more safer work, which is great, fine, go for it if that's what you want to do. But if you're gonna rebrand, do it right. How about we don't piss off the community that helped make you your millions? How about we don't alienate the community that helped make your millions? How about we don't disrespect the trust of the community that helped make your millions? Because regardless of what side of the fence you sit on when it comes to arguments for or against sex workers on OnlyFans, I think most people can agree on this decision was the dumbest business decision OnlyFans could have made. It would be like Twitch banning gaming, TikTok banning dancing, and then 6 days later turning around being like, oh my god, aren't we wild? JK. But OnlyFans alienating their biggest creator community the way that they have has left quite a lot of comments on their Twitter posts since their initial announcement, essentially specifying that people are mass downloading, mass saving the content that they have posted to OnlyFans and starting fresh on other sites and promoting other sites on OnlyFans' Twitter. So whether it was OnlyFans' intention or their real desire or not, by the looks of it, there is a genuine possibility that OnlyFans is no longer really going to be known for sexually explicit content because a lot of their creators feel so fucked over that they're leaving and promoting other sites. I understand that the phrase is don't bite the hand that feeds you, but also if you're the person feeding the person, don't punch them in the face before you feed them, because then they're not going to be able to eat. They'll just go to someone else to eat. If you take the incentive away from the platform, people aren't going to want to post on the platform. Exhibit A, Vine. By the looks of it, we're going to be playing one of my favorite games, Which Nude Lip? I have so many different choices, and they all look so similar to me that I don't know which one's gonna work. So let's try all of them, because I've got no idea. But so what if OnlyFans is no longer known for or no longer does any sexually explicit content and their branding is a little bit more safe for work? It's fabulous, because then they are exactly like YouTube memberships and Patreon. Platforms that already exist, have for quite a while, are quite successful, and creators already have built a foundation on. What incentive could OnlyFans possibly give to new creators for them to build on their platform? Or what possible incentive could OnlyFans give to creators for them to rebuild on their platform that has no differentiation from another platform that some of these creators have already built a foundation on? Except for the character consistency of them not doing their due diligence until it blows up in their face and they scramble to fix it. Ah yes, That's exactly where I want to put my content and monetize it. Ultimately, in my personal opinion, so this is not fact, this is my personal opinion. Can you tell that I don't want to get sued? Ultimately, in my personal opinion, OnlyFans is the Titanic. They are panicking around the iceberg, and the iceberg is just their own imbecility. And with all of that said and done, that is everything. That is it. That is most of my constructive thoughts in one video. I'm absolutely baffled by this situation. I'm just absolutely baffled because I understand there is a whole other kettle of fish to discuss when it comes to emotions and just how some of the creators feel so pissed off and feel so fucked over. That's its own kind of discussion, and one that I haven't touched on today, because I think the real fascinating thing is the business side of it, because that to me makes sense. I understand why people would be angry. I understand why people would be pissed off. I understand why people would feel fucked over. I don't understand how a company has gone from, we're going to be changing our policies, which is essentially alienating one of our biggest and most profitable communities on our platform, to, we really respect you guys, even though we didn't make an official announcement to you. We made it to the press and the media, to then within 6 days being like, lol jokes. I'm fascinated. I'm baffled. I really wish that I was a fly on the wall when it came to the meetings, when it came to the situation, because I really want to know why all of this happened and if something could have happened to stop this from happening. And if that's the case, whose fault? Who's getting fired? Who's not getting fired that should be getting fired? If you're a business or finance person and you're seeing something that I'm just not, please let me know down in the comments, because for right now, either someone was too lazy or someone was just too stupid. Or maybe a bunch of people were just too lazy or too stupid. Or maybe it was never about the funding in the first place, and they really just wanted to rebrand, but they did it the worst way possible. There's so many different options. But as I said at the beginning of my video, I genuinely read every single one of my comments. Doesn't matter if the video was from 8 months ago. Doesn't matter if it was my last video. I genuinely read every single one of my comments, and I want to know what you have to say. I want to know your thoughts, your opinions on my video, on the situation with OnlyFans, or just if you read something today that you thought was absolutely hilarious. I want to know all of that stuff because it's one of the best ways that I can learn. I can learn more effectively through other people and other people's perspectives and opinions, and from other people's knowledge. Hi, for all of you who don't know me, I'm JJ. I love learning. I love filling all of my Swiss cheese brain holes. And because of that, if you have anything that you would like me to talk about in another video, please let me know that down in the comments, because at the moment I am currently working on like 2 or 3 videos, and I am currently working on my spooky season headpieces. The reason why I don't have one today is because I've been working on the spooky season ones. But while you're letting me know all of that, please also let me know what you think of my face. Are you seeing this right now? I look amazing. I'm blowing myself away. Thank you, Margie. Orange is typically a color that I avoid because orange has a tendency of making me look really, really ill, but right now, are you seeing this? Fight me right now. Fight me right now. You wouldn't dare. I look so powerful. I look amazing. Just look it. Take it in. Just take it in. Take it in. I look incredible. Oh my gosh. I haven't done my cut crease like this before because usually I join it to like my cute little tear duct over here and I do some other stuff, but I've been watching a lot of Nikki tutorial stuff lately, including on TikTok, and I was like, you know what? She cuts her crease different to me. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out all the time. I look amazing. This looks amazing. This looks... I really hope this is registering on camera as much as it's registering on my face right now, because fight me, I dare you. I'm not a snack, I'm not a meal, I'm a whole entire buffet. I'm all you can eat Pizza Hut right now. I look amazing. I look like a fierce little jack-o'-lantern. If you are playing with makeup today, genuinely, like, try this kind of a cut crease and the cute little pointed liner, because you will feel so immaculate. You will feel so strong. You will feel so powerful. Nothing will be able to stop you. You will be able to take on the universe. That's how I feel right now. I should not be allowed to have this much power flowing through my veins, but you know what? I love it. But thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you made it to here. I genuinely appreciate it because I know that my content is typically on the longer side of things, and at the moment, and I'm saying this because I know that some people love to know how much I chat for, we're sitting at 5 hours and 8 minutes worth of footage. Oh, I hate myself. Why do I keep doing this? I've got to set like a little buzzer, a little timer to the side so I stop getting sidetracked and going off on my little tangents. Maybe I should get a buzzer. Maybe I should get like a coach. A YouTube filming coach in the background so then they could just be like, Janet tangent, and I can be like, okay, I get back to it. But thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you got through the whole entire thing, because with 5 hours worth of footage, I have no idea how long this video is going to be. And I hope that you are just feeling as amazing and as powerful I feel right now. And I hope that you are just having a fantastic day, fantastic week, fantastic month, fantastic year. And I hope that you are doing as fantastic as always. Bye everyone.